Let's talk about assemblies. This is a feature that's available in the Pro version, and you'll find that it really is a great time saver. It's a powerful feature and really allows you to create estimates even more quickly than you can without them. First of all, let's talk about creating an assembly. You can do this via the parts, materials, or labor screen. So just go to the assemblies grid on the lower right, touch the plus button, give it a code and a description, and then touch the right arrow to edit an assembly. And notice at this point I've got a blank assembly, so I'm going to move that out of the way so I can add, since I'm in the labor screen, I'm going to add some labor items. To add an item into an assembly, just touch when you're in edit mode. You know you're in edit mode if it says done. Just touch the right arrow on the labor items, and it goes in. And so I've got two items in labor added to the assembly. Let's go to the materials screen, touch edit, touch the edit arrow, move that out of the way by grabbing the upper right corner of the edit window there, and just tap the add button on the materials items you want to add, and let's add another one. Okay, now we have 4 items, 2 labor, 2 material items, but we need to put it in quantities. Now realize that the quantity value is going to be multiplied by a multiplier when you actually add the assembly to an estimate. But so you put a value in here, realizing it's going to be multiplied by some value when you add it to the estimate. So I'm just putting in, and this one has a length value, so let's get a length. Another one, a length on this. I'm going to do 2 cleanups on this job, let's say, or this assembly, and one like that. Now you've got assembly with quantities and lengths, and let's edit again just to verify that's what we have. And again, to move this assembly grid around for editing, just move it like that by grabbing the right corner, hold it, and then move it. You see it blink, and then you can move it. So anytime you want to edit an assembly, you just type edit, touch the right arrow on the assembly line, and there's your assembly for edit. And just touch the quantities and lengths, and then just type done. Now, to add an assembly to an estimate, we pick the estimate on this screen, on the estimate screen, and we verify that's what we have on the lower left, and we just touch the right arrow on the assembly we want to add. Now there's a quantity, and that's going to be a multiplier. It's going to multiply that value you put in there is going to multiply all the quantities in the assembly and insert the resulting product into the estimate. So you do that, you can enter fractional values, and tap done, or tap done. So here's the estimate, or the assembly we just added. There's 4 items. Each 4 item is listed in the estimate. And when we add an assembly, the quantities and the lengths are predetermined by that value you entered when you added the assembly to the estimate. So that's another time saver. So that's basically assemblies. What you need to realize is, you may realize this already, but when you edit an estimate, just to recap here, the quantity values in the estimate are multiplied by the quantity value that you enter when you add the assembly to the estimate. And that gives you the ability to do formulas. So if you put any value you put in here is going to be multiplied. Or if you want to put a fractional value less than 1, you're dividing basically. So you can multiply and divide per estimate to customize each assembly. And I think you can figure out how to use that. It's powerful.